guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Now, it's very, very dead right now on Dokkan. I think we're kind of in the, sort of the lull before the storm, right? I think the movie stuff is on its way soon. The movie comes out on June 11th. So during this sort of like quiet period, I could catch up on some stuff I never got around to doing. There's a couple of showcases for units, a lot of the heroes units, and, you know, some other characters that I never got around to doing. I could go ahead and knock out these showcases now. So, again, super late to this, but we're going to look at androids 14 and 15, their EZA. Now, I do think these characters deserve standalone versions. I think the same for androids 19 and 20 as well. They also deserve standalone versions. I do think we easily could get a celebration geared around the Android 13 movie. There's suspiciously like a lot of promo for Android 13 going on right now too, so I don't know if that's related to the movie or what, but like we will see. Now, this character EZA, one of the big issues for them right now is their teams. Now, this character came out on November 2nd of 2021 for JP, right? Since then, we've had, you know, the huge meta shift, the first one since 2017, right? With leader skills and stuff like that. Right now, this character is not too relevant. They are in the Android team, and of course, the Android team is one of the strongest teams in the game now. But it's not just like the Android team, it's specifically Android / Cell Saga / Power Absorption. Now, Androids 14 and 15 are not on either of those. So we have to basically run Android 13's Android team if we're going to be able to see, you know, Androids 14 and 15 utilized, right? Because the only category teams this character has got is we have Target Goku, Androids, Artificial Lifeform, and Join Forces. So it's like Androids or Join Forces is basically where we could utilize them. This is a good turn for them. We have all 7 links activated: Red Ribbon Army, Android Assault, Tough as Nails, Cold Judgment, Nightmare. No, Fear and Faith is next. The Dokkan Wiki order is wrong. Fear and Faith, then Nightmare, then Shattering the Limit is their link set. 131k defense, huh? You know what it is? So this character, they get 29% attack and defense on super attack, but they get a permanent 90% attack and defensive buff, and we get the Scouter effect for the rest of the fight when Android 13 is attacking in the same turn. This is Fusion Android 13. So with Fusion Android 13 and the rotation, we reduce damage received by 30%, and then all allies get 30% attack and defense. So on this turn, Android 14 and 15, I mean, they're going to be at, what, like 150 or 60k defense with 30% damage reduction. That's just not really good enough, I would say. Not like it's the worst ever, but not, again, what I would consider good enough. 160k defense with some damage reduction. Damage reduction is nice to cut down on, like, the damage taken from, like, super attacks and, like, red zone or something like that, for sure. But, yeah, 1.7... I mean, they'll probably look better, right, after we get them on rotation with Android 13, right? Because then, for the rest of the fight, they get the permanent attack and offensive buff, as well as the Scouter. Honestly, I mean, this character, you can, like, I think we could easily tear through, if they just had a better team that they were on, right? This character could be utilized on a build that could be, I think, like every single red zone stage. Probably no item. Because remember, all it takes is one turn next to base Android 13, and we have the Scouter permanently for the rest of the fight. It's so powerful. And it's like, if it's just one character, we can hide just one character, right? So, it's like, that's why it's like, if we just look at this character and evaluate them on their not great attack stats and their not great defensive stats and stuff like that, they don't look really too impressive. But again, starting on this next turn, we have the Scouter up for the rest of the fight, which is really good. The Scouter, I think, you know, after a lot of thinking and stuff like that, I would say that dodging is the strongest mechanic in the game, right? And I will put the Scouter at number 2. Now, people would say, like, oh, if you have the Scouter, you could survive. You know where the super attacks are. And it's like, no, it doesn't really always work like that. Because you could be fighting Red Zone Broly, he AoEs you, the Scouter ain't saving you. You're dead no matter what. But if you could dodge it, you're good, right? So I think dodge is stronger. Dodge, I think, is the strongest thing you can do, because you can't take damage. Can't lose if you can't take damage. Very simple, right? But the Scouter is right up there. Characters that have the Scouter, there's just big value that they inherently have. So that's, I'm glad, yeah, thanks, assholes, for getting your guard in a showcase Dokkan event where it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do this. So again, we can see we've got the Scouter up. Bam, it's up. And it will be active for the rest of this fight. That's what's so good about 14 and 15 Scouter, is it's permanent once it goes up, right? So like if we would get like Fusion Android 13 right here doesn't have like a good unit. Like we have this one who EZA'd 3 years ago. And then the Tech one, I think, who also EZA'd 3 years ago. The Fusion Android 13. Like these guys are like fodder. They're trash, right, at this point. But I do think enough happens in that movie. Like they could drop new versions of a lot of those characters from that Android 13 movie and potentially like an LR Fusion 13. I think it could happen, right? And it would be a nice buff for potentially like movie bosses in the Android team and shit like that. So they could do that. Alright, so this rotation, we'll have everything activated except for Cold Judgment. Now that we've been next to Android 13, we do get the extra 90% attack and defense, and the Scouter for the rest of the fight. Android 13 does not actually have to be present anymore for them to get that buff. It's a permanent buff. But I think the buff from Fusion Android 13, which is where we will support the rotation by 30% attack and defense, and then have the damage reduction, that does require Fusion 13 on rotation. I mean, if they're at 175k defense, I mean, they're going to jump up over 200k when they super, and then with the damage reduction and the Scouter, they're pretty good. But it's like a lot of hoops we got to jump through, but I see value in them, right? 200k defense with damage reduction and Scouter, like it's not bad. It's just, right, like this character with a really good Android 13 introduced into the game, and then this, you know, like maybe like artificial life form getting a real leader skill or androids or something like that, this character actually could have value even in red zones. I'm serious, in like difficult red zone stages, because this, you know, the Scouter, if you know where the enemy super attacks are, that is a huge advantage, man. They also do lower enemy attack and defense from their super attack effect, which would be good for super battle road stages. But yeah, I do feel like these three androids have never really gotten as much love as maybe they should have. I don't know. I mean, it's not the hypest movie, but like they could easily get like the Super Saiyan Vegeta from this movie. I think could get like an interesting card, right? Of course, like Fusion 13 and stuff like that. All right, so now this Android 13 will go ahead and transform. I feel like I haven't seen this in a while. I remember when I was grinding the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and SCR Super Saiyan 4 Goku EZA. In one of my wins, I actually got Android 13 out. Look, there's the Scouter right there. Oh, so here's exactly where shit can get real nasty, right? We have the Scouter up, so guess what we're going to go ahead and do? Thanks to Android 14 and 15, right? Their Scouter is not limited to just their turn. That's why it's so good. It's literally permanent for the rest of the fight. So we just put them in slot 1 right here, and that's it. Thanks. You know, the Scouter, do you guys think the Scouter will work well with a character like 19 and 20 who will then just absorb the blast? Oh, well, Blue Piccolo starts with a physical, right? Okay, yeah. I knew that he did the light grenade, but I forgot about the little physical attack at the start. God damn it. He does, that's like a combo attack. I still hate, okay, I would like these to be redefined again, the super attacks. That one, I think they probably have it registered as like undefined. I think they should do it like this. If the super attack starts with a key attack, it's just key. If it starts with like physical hits, it's melee. And if it's weapon, it's weapon. There's a lot of super attacks in the game that are just undefined, right? Which is stupid. Very, 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 very stupid. All right, this is a good rotation for them. We're going to have everything activated here except for Shattering the Limit. This is a new character that's come out since 14 and 15 have come out. This Android 16 and 18, that does actually work rather well with them, right, to get a lot of their links up. Yeah, they're at 200k defense right here. Again, they're getting another 29% attack and defense when they super attack. Look at the effect that they have on 16 and 18, too. Not bad. Okay. We got a little bit of, we got some stuff going on right here. All right, so let's have them super attack. And honestly, this is it. I'll probably finish up just like this. I mean, there's not really too much for me to talk about this character right now. And it's not as though, like, there's, like, a lot of good... Like, I don't really like to do too many showcases right now on, like, dead teams, irrelevant teams, teams without good leader skills type thing. And this team we're running, I would consider that. Like, a dead team, not a good team. Right, double AGL Android 13. That's not handling a lot of the toughest content very well, right? You know, like a Target Goku team or something like that. So, I don't, you know, we don't need to spend all day looking at this character, but keep in mind on this rotation, right, they're at, what, maybe like 230k defense. They have the 30% damage reduction. They're giving all allies 30% attack and defense. You know, they're debuffing, and the Scouter is up. Like, they actually are helpful. They're not like a 100% zero. Look how deep... Dude, look how deep we've gotten into this event. We're actually fighting the Tech Boo. I think we can finish him off right here. Let me see. Am I actually going to get to, like... Who's next? It goes Buff Boo, and then it finishes at Kid Boo? This is embarrassing, man. We've reached Tech Super Boo in this event. Oh, man. I've fallen off. Look at me. I can't even beat the Super Boo event fast anymore. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Okay. We'll go until we finish off this Boo. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the details for Androids 14 and 15. Yeah, he's done. Okay, so let me know what you guys are thinking about 14 and 15. Let's go ahead and take a look at their details now. Alright, so this is Revenge Technology, Androids 14 and 15. Their leader skill is the Target Goku category, key 3 and 77% of stats, or physical type, key 3 and 50% of stats. Their super attack is the Murderous Combination, which does supreme damage to the enemy and then lowers enemy attack and defense. Their passive skill, Android Coordination, gives them 90% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then they get an additional 29% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And then they get an additional 90% attack and defense, and then the Scouter ability for the rest of the fight when Android 13 is attacking in the same turn. And it's got to be, you know, sort of like the Trucker Hat version, right? Not Fusion 13. Then, separately, they get 30% damage reduction for that turn, and all allies get 30% attack and defense for that turn if Fusion Android 13 is attacking in the same turn. Their link set is Red Ribbon Army, Android Assault, Tough as Nails, Cold Judgment, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Shattering the Limit. Their 12 multiplier is 135%. There are no EZAs where I think they would help you out in nearly any way. And then finally, they're only on a few category teams. They are pretty limited here. So we have the Target Goku category team that they're a part of. Then we have the Android category team that they, of course, are also on. But right now, they're not on sort of like the 200% Cell team, right? Because Cell is Android Cell Saga and then Power Absorption, right? Which does not include Androids 14 and 15. Then, of course, they're also on the Artificial Lifeform category team. And then finally, they're on the Joined Forces category. So, let me know what you guys think of the EZA Android 14 and 15. I think they can have some value. Again, if we get a real team for them, their Scouter ability, a permanent Scouter, is very strong. Because it's not turns they're on, it's just forever. So it's like, we get like a dominantly good, like imagine if we had an Android 13 as good as like Captain Ginyu or something like that, right? Like this unit would be really good to run. You literally just hide them, but then they're completely changing the fight for you by giving you a Scouter for the entire fight. So this character definitely can have value in the future. Let me know what you guys think of him. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.